Imagine a garden that virtually takes care of itself, thriving with minimal intervention. Is it possible? Picture a world where nature takes the lead, where plants, animals, and the elements harmoniously work together to create a flourishing ecosystem. This is the intriguing world of permaculture, a design system that works with nature, not against it. It's a refreshing contrast to traditional labor-intensive gardening methods, offering a sustainable and harmonious approach to cultivating our green spaces. Welcome to the world of permaculture, a world where gardens grow themselves. Permaculture is not just a gardening method, it's a philosophy. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, let's delve into the core of permaculture, which hinges on three primary ethics: care for the earth, care for the people, and fair share. These ethics form the bedrock of permaculture philosophy, guiding our interactions not only with the land but also with each other. Care for the earth is probably the most instinctive ethic. It's all about respecting and protecting our planet, acknowledging that we are a part of the ecosystem, not separate from it. It is about ensuring the survival and flourishing of diverse biological systems. It's about creating gardens that are not only productive but also encourage biodiversity. Then, we have care for the people. This ethic encourages us to look after ourselves, our families, and our communities. It's about creating systems that provide for our needs, be they food, shelter, or a sense of belonging. In the context of permaculture, this translates to designing gardens that not only feed us, but also nurture our souls. Finally, fair share is about setting limits to consumption and ensuring equitable distribution of resources. It asks us to take only what we need and share the surplus. In a permaculture garden, this could mean sharing your abundant tomato harvest with your neighbors or donating to a local food bank. But permaculture doesn't stop at these ethics. It also encompasses a set of 12 design principles that provide a practical framework for implementing these ethics. These principles, ranging from observe and interact to creatively use and respond to change, help guide us in designing systems that emulate the efficiency and resilience of natural ecosystems. So you see, permaculture is more than just a method of gardening. It's a way of thinking, a philosophy that invites us to view ourselves as part of the natural world, to take responsibility for our impact on the earth, and to strive for sustainability in all aspects of our life. Permaculture fosters harmony between humans and nature, creating self-sustaining ecosystems. It's about designing gardens that grow themselves, gardens that are a testament to the beauty and bounty of nature when we work with it, rather than against it. The principles of permaculture design are the stepping stones to a self-sustaining garden. These principles are the heart and soul of permaculture, guiding us to work with nature rather than against it. Firstly, there's the principle of observe and interact. Just as a good chef tastes the soup before adding salt, a good gardener observes the garden before making changes. By observing, we learn the patterns of the sun, the flow of the wind, and the behavior of the local wildlife. And we can design our gardens to work with these natural elements. Next, we have the principle of catch and store energy. A permaculture garden is like a well-oiled machine, catching and storing energy at every opportunity. This could be solar energy caught by photovoltaic panels, rainwater caught by a rooftop collection system, or even organic matter caught and stored in a compost heap. The third principle is obtain a yield. Permaculture isn't just about sustainability, it's about productivity too. We plant fruit trees for their shade and their fruit. We keep chickens for their eggs and their ability to turn kitchen scraps into fertile compost. In a permaculture garden, everything has multiple uses. Following closely is the principle of apply self-regulation and accept feedback. A permaculture garden is always evolving. We learn from our successes and our mistakes, and we modify our designs accordingly. We accept that nature is the ultimate teacher, and we are always ready to learn. The next principle is use and value diversity. In nature, diversity equals resilience. A diverse garden is more resistant to pests and diseases, more productive, and more beautiful too. Lastly, use edges and value the marginal. The edge of a garden is where two ecosystems meet, and it's often the most productive part of the garden. By valuing these edges, we can make the most of our garden space. Each principle guides us to design gardens that are not just productive but sustainable and resilient. So, how can you implement permaculture in your own garden? Let's dive into some simple yet transformative steps that can help you create a self-sustaining green haven. First, try observing your garden. Understanding its unique characteristics and patterns is crucial. Note the areas that get the most sunlight, the direction of the wind, the slope of your land, and how water moves during a heavy rain. These observations will guide your design decisions and help you work in harmony with nature. Next, focus on soil health. A healthy, fertile soil teeming with life is the backbone of permaculture. One way to enrich your soil is through composting. By composting kitchen scraps, yard waste, and even paper, you'll create nutrient-rich compost that nourishes your plants and improves soil structure. Remember, a healthy soil equates to healthy, robust plants. Now let's talk about water. In permaculture design, we aim to slow, spread, and sink water into the landscape. Consider setting up a rainwater harvesting system. It can be as simple as installing a rain barrel at the end of a downspout. This allows you to capture and store rainwater for later use, reducing your reliance on municipal water and helping you save on water bills. Another key principle of permaculture is creating diverse plantings. This is where companion planting comes in. By pairing plants that benefit each other, you can boost your garden's productivity and resilience. For instance, planting basil with tomatoes can enhance the flavor of your tomatoes and deter pests. And finally, think about incorporating no-dig methods in your garden. This involves layering organic materials on the surface of your soil and allowing earthworms and other soil organisms to do the work of incorporating these materials into the soil. This method not only conserves your energy but also protects the soil structure and the beneficial organisms living in it. Remember, permaculture is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's about taking these principles and adapting them to your unique garden situation. It's about trial and error, learning, and constantly evolving with your garden. By embracing these practices, you can transform your garden into a self-sustaining ecosystem. Not only will you create a thriving, productive garden, but you'll also contribute to a larger movement towards sustainability and harmony with nature. Just imagine, your garden teeming with life, bursting with produce, and requiring minimal intervention from you. That's the beauty of permaculture. Permaculture has transformed gardens worldwide, and here's proof. Let's journey together through some of the most inspiring success stories of permaculture in action. First, we have the story of a small suburban backyard in Melbourne, Australia. Once a barren patch of land, it's now a thriving oasis, bursting with a diverse array of fruits, vegetables, and herbs. The owners, initially skeptical, decided to give permaculture a try. Today they marvel at the transformation, saying, "We merely planted the seeds and nature did the rest." Next we head to the rural expanses of Oregon, USA. A family there took a leap of faith and applied permaculture principles to their vast but unproductive land. In a few short years it metamorphosed into a self-sustaining food forest. "The land now provides for us instead of us constantly toiling for it," shares the family. Our third story takes us to a rooftop in bustling New Delhi, India. Space constraints did not deter this urban dweller from creating his own little permaculture paradise. With careful planning and a lot of passion, he turned his concrete rooftop into a green sanctuary. "My garden is not just a source of food but also of peace and tranquility in the middle of the city chaos," he reveals. Finally, we visit a community garden in London, England. This public space was revived by a group of local enthusiasts who believed in the power of permaculture. Today, it's a vibrant space loved by the community, producing food while also serving as a haven for local wildlife. "It's more than a garden, it's a symbol of unity and sustainability," says one of the initiators. Each of these stories is unique, but they all share a common thread: the remarkable transformation brought about by permaculture principles. From barren to bountiful, from labor-intensive to self-sustaining, these gardens have undergone a metamorphosis that's nothing short of miraculous. These success stories are a testament to the power of permaculture. And remember, this could be your garden story too. So why not give permaculture a try? The future of gardening is here, and it's permaculture. This isn't just about creating a garden that grows itself, it's about participating in a movement that respects the Earth's natural rhythms and resources. It's about designing ecosystems that are not only self-sustaining, but also beneficial to all forms of life. Imagine a world where every garden, every farm, every green space is a testament to the wisdom of permaculture. This isn't a distant dream, but a tangible reality we can create together. By embracing permaculture, we can contribute to a healthier planet, richer soils, diverse habitats, and a more sustainable future. It's time we rethink how we interact with our environment. Let's replace exploitation with cooperation, waste with resourcefulness, and scarcity with abundance. Embrace permaculture, design a garden that grows itself, and become a steward of the earth. It's not just about growing plants, but about growing a better world for us all.